Recently, many important photos from the filming of Cobra Kai were leaked. They reveal quite a bit of information about what will happen in the Sekai Taikai. There are even images of what could be the end of the entire series. I will tell you all about it here. Welcome to Charlietales. Today we will review all the leaks that have come out. I warn you that this video will contain spoilers for Cobra Kai Season 6 and also the end of the series. Ready? Let's go! Let's start with the big news. I want to talk to you about an extremely important leak that changes everything we had planned. In this photo, we can see Miguel in a Cobra Kai uniform. Does this mean that Miguel will join John Kreese? I don't think so. The Cobra Kai uniform that Kreese's team wears is completely black, while Miguel's clothes are black with gold. It is the same as the Cobra Kai uniform that Miguel wore in the first season. But Miguel wouldn't be alone. I want to show you another very important photo. Here we can see a screen that says the name Johnny Lawrence, and below is the Cobra Kai logo. The same logo that Johnny used in Season 1 with the yellow Cobra. Remember that the Cobra from Kreese's team is white, referencing the Cobra he faced in Korea. What's going on here? This tells us that there will be two Cobra Kai teams in the Sekai Taikai, one led by John Kreese, and another with Johnny Lawrence. Kreese's team represents Korea, and Johnny's represents the United States. We must remember that last season, Cobra Kai won a spot for the United States when it was led by Silver. This spot hasn't been used, so Johnny could take it. Also, if we go back to the photo of Miguel, we'll notice that he's wearing the Sekai Taikai headband on his forehead. It is supposed to be worn only by captains like Robbie and Samantha. With this context, it is clear that Miguel will be the captain of a Cobra Kai team. And just in case there was any doubt, we have another photo of Miguel with a student from another school. But the important thing is that Miguel is wearing black clothes. The pants easily match the Cobra Kai uniform. Johnny and Miguel will have their own Cobra Kai team. But why would Johnny join Cobra Kai? Here we enter the realm of speculation. There are several options. Perhaps his fight with Daniel became more complicated and they didn't want to continue working in the same dojo. Or maybe this is a strategy to defeat Kreese. We should also remember that leaks confirm Silver will appear in the tournament. We don't know what his role will be, but it's possible that Daniel and Johnny decided to separate, to face him from two sides. This idea is very interesting, as it would be a great way to end the series. Surely Kreese will be defeated at some point in the tournament, but the grand finale would be between Daniel from Miyagi-Do and Johnny from Cobra Kai. In other words, the series would end just as the Karate Kid saga began. The idea of Johnny with Cobra Kai is quite controversial, but it makes sense in its way. Johnny has learned a lot from Miyagi-Do, but it's more than evident that it's not his style. Johnny could do what Stingray suggested, retake Cobra Kai, but this time to turn it into something better, a strong dojo that represents the aggressiveness of battle, but without the mistakes of the past, without the darkness of John Kreese. Johnny could make something good out of Cobra Kai, and the most perfect ending would be for him to defeat Daniel in the grand finale. Remember that the series is called Cobra Kai, not Miyagi-Do. This isn't Daniel's story, it's Johnny Lawrence and Miguel's story. It all began with them, and should end with them. This would be a perfect ending in many ways, as we recall that Season 6 proposed that Johnny needs to win the Sekai Taikai to secure a good future for his family. Winning the tournament wouldn't help Daniel. He already has money and stability, and of course the series isn't his. I'll talk more about Daniel and Johnny later. For now, I want to talk about Kenny. It seems confirmed that he will return to Miyagi-Do. Netflix recently released official previews, and in them we can see the actor who plays Kenny giving interviews. If we look closely, he has the US flag on his arm, meaning he has the uniform for the Sekai Taikai. While this interview might not be enough proof, it's confirmed when we see this other leaked photo. In it we can see the Miyagi-Do kids, but more importantly, to the right, we see someone in a particular color. It's Kenny. This photo confirms that Kenny will indeed be in Miyagi-Do. Surely at some point in the following episodes, Devin's trick will be discovered, and Kenny could take his place. Or it's also possible that someone gets injured, and Kenny comes in to replace them. This makes more sense in the following photos. In this one we can see Samantha happily posing with another girl. But if we look at her wrist, there's a bandage. This tells us that Samantha will get injured at some point in the tournament, and we don't know how serious it will be. Maybe Sam will get injured, and Devin will have to take her place as the female captain. This would leave space for Kenny to come in. This combines with another photo, where we see Robbie from the side, and there's a pretty ugly wound on his cheek. I don't think this wound is enough to take Robbie out of Miyagi-Do, but it wouldn't be insignificant. It's possible that Robbie or Samantha gets injured, leaving space for Kenny to come in. Or maybe even Anthony, who also appears in the new interviews wearing the Miyagi-Do uniform. Now I want to move on to a behind-the-scenes video. Here we can see Quan, the star student of Cobra Kai, in some kind of training to perform high kicks. But he's not alone. Hawk also appears, throwing a very high kick. What's going on here? This seems to connect with a scene that Netflix released, and which we have already talked about in previous videos. Here's Quan throwing a high kick to scratch a wall. This will surely be a Sekai Taikai challenge. That's why in the behind-the-scenes video, we see Hawk practicing to do it. Most likely, Hawk will be the one to face Quan in this challenge. Here's another very interesting photo. In it, we can see a list of competing dojos by scores. But the most striking thing is that Miyagi-Do is last. This means our heroes will face serious difficulties in the early stages of the tournament. Perhaps Hawk won't be able to defeat Quan in the high kick competition. The person who leaked this photo tells us that Cobra Kai from Korea is in first place. But due to the poor quality of the photo, I can't read what it says above. What do you think? The next photo isn't related to the Sekai Taikai, but is very interesting. In it, we can see Daniel and Johnny together in a car. But this isn't just any car. It's the legendary 1947 Ford convertible that belonged to Sensei Miyagi. We have already seen this vehicle in the series. We know that Daniel has kept it, but here he is with Johnny. What does it mean? To me, this is a scene from the end of the series, not from part 2, but the complete end. We all know that Daniel and Johnny will make up and become friends after the Sekai Taikai. Perhaps this photo is from long after the tournament. Probably both are sharing a friendly moment, or I would even dare to say that this is the last scene of the series. Imagine it. It would be a wonderful moment if the series ended with Daniel sharing with Johnny in this iconic vehicle. But well, these were all the leaks I found about the next part of Cobra Kai. I hope you liked them. If you want to see more, remember that I recently uploaded another video with other leaks from the season in general. I recommend you watch it if you haven't done so. New leaks are coming out every day, so I hope to bring you more videos. Before I go, I want to remind you that the release date for part 2 was moved up. Originally it was going to come out on November 28th, but recently they changed the date to November 15th, so we are closer to part 2. If you like this video, you would help me a lot by leaving a like, so I can keep bringing you more Cobra Kai videos. If you have any Cobra Kai theories that you would like me to analyze, you can leave them in the comments. Also, remember to subscribe, because I will upload more Cobra Kai videos. Thanks for listening to me. My name is Charlie, and I'll see you in the future.